Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Before going on topic, I am requesting you please, if you are newcomer on my channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. My today's session is with Himanshu both. He is a good speaker and we are. I am trying to speak on internet on in topic of the internet, how the internet are useful for today's era and I tried my best, but it is my request to all of you do subscribe because once you subscribe our channel, once you give us like, it motivates us. And there is a one thing I want to share with you. Clapingo is a more expensive, you know. We pay lots of high charges for one session, and it is not possible each and every one. If you are getting something good in my channel, good in my videos, so don't forget to subscribe my channel and also like and share my channel because it is not very easy task to make a video and upload on it on YouTube. Okay, it gets lots of efforts. Okay, and if you gives us like, so it motivates us. So it is my humble request, please subscribe my channel and give me your moral support and keep watching. Thank you.
Um, but if you can hear me, kindly tell me if
Yeah,
you have any doubts from the previous sessions that you had that you would like me to take up right now before we um go ahead with the
no,
session.
sir, I don't have any doubts on the lecture, but only
Okay.
I have one request to you. Whatever session will come and whatever mistake I will make while session going on, please give me a genuine feedback.
Oh, yes, yes,
Don't
yes. I'm all
hesitate.
about that. No, not at all, not at all. I'm happy that you are open to constructive criticism and that you would want me to get in. I think it's the same. I mean, that's how we learn, right? If we are being honest to each other. So yeah. So
Yeah,
then, okay. So since there's no doubts that you have for the review session, we'll go ahead with the topic of the day. It is business ideas. So
yeah.
tell me, do you ever think of starting a business?
Yes, I think business is a way, and I have lots of idea in my mind. But there is a business need a money and business need a time also. Okay, I had a business. I had a computer training center, but due to few problems in my life, I closed my business. And nowadays, I also have some business ideas like starting the subject the online coaching
Hmm.
in my subject, maybe because I'm a
Okay.
computer trainer. So
You're a computer?
I have teacher. In computer, I have computer knowledge, so I want to teach computer
Okay.
online, and
Oh,
I
that's
want
great.
also, yeah,
So, do you think digital, because India right now is campaigning for digital India, and
yeah, yeah.
how
I
important do you
think
think it is? Yes. So, tell me what do you think are the basic computer skills or digital skills that one must in the 21st century acquire?
yeah, because in day-to-day life there are most of the people go on online and they purchase and selling online products, and
Hmm.
sometimes if they don't have any knowledge about any digital device, digital thing, so they will face a lots of problem in their life. So
Yes.
I think each and every person should have learned some basic details about the computer and mobile. They will
Hmm.
they will face bad situation will means happen in their life. They will handle it
Yes.
carefully if they
Yes.
have a knowledge.
Great. Great. And and let's because this have you ever heard of this word called the digital divide? We read this word sometimes, the digital divide.
Digital device. Sorry,
Yeah, I'm so sorry, the network.
can
I'm
you
just
hear
we
me?
have,
Hello.
Yes, yes. I'm just let's
Hello.
give this a yeah, yeah. Mr. Sudhir, I can
Hello.
hear
I'm
you.
audible, sir?
Yeah. Yes, you were. Was I audible to you?
Yeah, your video was stopped.
Yes, I think
Now it's clear. Now it's clear now.
it's clear. Yeah. Because here it is, from what I can see on the screen, I can see that the connection at your end right now is a little poor. And I'm also sure, I'm not really sure.
Same,
Am
same.
I audible?
Yeah, you are audible, and your connection is showing in a red color. It's very
Yeah. I
so
just,
it's same like that. But it's a weather. It's a problem, I think,
I'm
because
sure.
there is also
And
weather problem.
yes, it could in fact be the weather, or it could just be the platform that is acting up, because I'm also like side by side, I'm looking at my computer, like at my internet speed. So right now I'm getting around 90 Mbps. So I keep doing that.
Okay.
So I'm sure maybe it's the platform, because even while I was joining, it was taking me, longer than it takes me usually. But anyways, I was saying that there's a word nowadays that one reads. It's called the digital divide. So digital divide is the idea. Yeah. Have you come across this term?
Please elaborate it.
Yes, yes. So the word basically means that how, like, even when we talk about digital literacy and knowing digital base, having basic digital skills, in India there's a rural and urban divide. So like how in the rural parts of India, they're on the wrong side of the divide. They don't have access to digital, like, services, or the know-how of how to operate, like you said, like these various devices, or how to conduct, how to go about. In fact, um it's just not about going onto the internet. It's about how to use internet such a way that you can
Internet.
improve yourself. Yeah, you can make the most of the information superhighway. So
Yeah.
yeah, tell me something that you would do in terms of training. Like if I were to come up to you and ask you that.
I, I will share a knowledge about the how to handle the computer, how to go on the net, and how to use and how to start and basic things, how to work on computer, and how to if they want to work on internet and mail,
Yes.
and they want to start their blogging or something like that. So I will teach them how to use all those things,
Hmm.
and I will also teach them how to type and how to set the and how to account on in a computer, because there is lots of things in a computer, and Microsoft product means Microsoft
Yes.
Office and Excel. It's a very interesting topic, and very I say very useful in a
Yes.
day-to-day life,
Yes.
because if we learn, we will able to create our home budget also, and we also able to means our day-to-day life we will work on. I will teach all
That's
those things to them.
That's
Yeah.
perfect. That makes absolute sense. I think it, because all of these, if you know how to operate and run all these softwares, it also it boosts your productivity, and also makes
Yeah.
us more employable in today's corporate, because corporate culture world. And
Yeah.
I was reading, in fact, there's something called as the SaaS, software as services. So no, going ahead,
Yeah.
because nowadays everything is going online. So if you
Right.
have these base, yeah, so it's very important. And okay, Mr. Sudhir, if I'm because if you don't mind me asking, how many sessions have you had on this platform so far?
I think 29. This is my 31, 30, 32.
30 sessions. Okay. And you asked me to be honest with you, and which I will be, in terms of my feedback. Please tell me, what has been your assessment of your progress so far? Are there any problem areas or challenges that you would want me to address first? Because you must have gotten a lot of
Because
feedback
whenever
in 30. Yeah.
whenever I start to speak, I stuck in the words. I think this is a vocabulary problem, Nowadays,
Okay.
I'm reading a book. Currently, I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. Okay,
Yes.
because I only read a book if I interest in it complete. If I do not
Hmm.
interest, I am not reading it. So my vocabulary is the most problem in my communication.
Okay.
So it's a one problem.
All right.
Otherwise, yeah. But
All right.
I
Okay.
want to. Okay.
Yes. Yes. No, please go ahead. Finish your thought, please. You were saying.
I want your side because I joined Clapingo for my doubts where I lose my means where I lose my communication and
Yes.
how I improve it.
Okay.
Where is the mistake
Yes.
I did or I do?
All right. Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, for I um vocabulary. To be honest, Mr. Sudhir, at least in the interaction that we've had so far, I think your vocabulary is basic. But basic vocabulary is always the most effective. I think what you may be right now having a problem with is something like you're not probably able to reach out for the right word at the right time. Like, you end up misplacing your vocabulary. So, one is whether or not you know enough words. I think you know enough words, good enough for you to be able to hold a conversation. It's just that maybe when you're
Okay.
trying to process or trying to put words to a thought, it takes you a little longer, or it doesn't come to you right away. And
Yeah.
to be able to take care of that issue, the only way to fix it, and this I'm telling you from personal experience, is because my first time in college, when I went on stage, I was in the debating society and I had to give a 7-minute speech. I went onto the stage, I said hi, and then I said bye, because I was just, my mind was drawing blanks. Like, okay, I don't
Okay.
know. So it's not that I didn't know the words. It's just that those words weren't coming to me when I wanted them. And
Okay.
to fix that problem, Mr. Sudhi, you just need to practice. I mean, that is as obvious as it may seem. Practice is what gets you there. And practice in these sessions. Because when you're reading a book, it helps you to acquire more vocabulary. It helps you to fix your grammar, all those things of all kind of those things, and also for you to be able to understand what is being said. But it won't allow you to develop the kind of fluency that you want, which is, so there are two kind of fluency for me, which is one fluency of flow of information, rather, in this situation. And I'm not saying just this to make you feel good. There was good enough flow of information. You were able to understand what I was asking. So that's flow of information. Fluency, there's a word called true fluency. So true fluency is the idea that anytime a thought comes to your mind, you don't translate it into your, let's just say whatever language, like in your case, your regional language, or in my case, it used to be Hindi, and then translate that thought into English. So true fluency is, as soon as a thought pops up in your head, you're able to just, put words to it in the language that you want to. That again comes with a lot of just practice. Please tell me if you've been suggested to watch podcasts or movies or read newspapers. Have you been given those kind of feedback?
Yeah. Please.
Yeah. Have you been told to watch
Yeah.
podcasts? Like, watch podcast or watch YouTube channels?
Yeah, I watch YouTube channels, but till two I didn't listen any podcast and I didn't watch any movie, English
Okay.
Hollywood movie.
All right. Okay. Mr. Sudhir, I'm just going to move away from the screen for less than 10 seconds, and I'm going to shoot you a link. Okay.
Okay, okay,
Just bear with me just for a minute. My frame will freeze, but just bear with me.
okay, okay.
Mr. Sudhir, if you will kindly uh, give your chat box a
Mm-hmm.
look, I have just sent you a link. This is a link to a Google Classroom that I've set up. It is so that sometimes I understand that the feedback needs certain more material so that it can allow you to understand and work on that feedback better. So kindly copy paste
Okay.
this link somewhere in your clipboard. And in that classroom, okay, there is a section called as podcasts. So whatever
Okay.
podcast that I think has helped me, I have uploaded those videos there. So give them a look. And what you must then try and pick up from those podcasts is the idea that when we are trying to be fluent, okay, how to be
Okay.
fluent. And one of the ways that you can avoid getting stuck on a word is by allowing your mind some rests between the words that you're using. So, for instance, if I go ahead and just introduce myself in one breath, at one point or the other, I will get stuck because my mind is unable to catch up with my tongue. They need rests in between. So,
Okay.
so it's called try and
Pause.
adjust
Pause.
your, yes, pauses, and of course, not too long a pause, but take
Yeah.
pauses with the idea so that your mind is able to process what you just said. And
Okay.
it will take a while, yeah, for it to really
Okay.
work, but it will happen. You just need to then just be a little more patient with that. And if, let's
Okay.
just say, you would want to, if you really, if you think that you have to boost your word power, then please just pick up a thesaurus if you can. There's a book called Thesaurus. So there, or word power. Okay, I'm just gonna I'm also gonna send that to you on your chat box. There's a book which comes by this name.
Word power.
Yeah, yeah. So there you will have these more commonly used expressions and phrases, words that if you know them, well and good. And I think we've got under a minute before the session comes to an end. So
Okay.
I hope this
Sir,
was helpful.
what type of
Yes, go ahead, go ahead.
what type of practice should I do? Means speaking in front of the mobile or speaking someone else? Which type of
Exercise,
practice?
yes. It helps firstly to have a conversation when somebody is with you. Okay, that is the ideal situation. But let's just, if that doesn't help, then what you are saying, you can also undertake that exercise is where, oh yes, yes, I must tell you this also. This in that link, on that link, there's also a section where you will find exercises. And I've mentioned this. So like how there's a mirror exercise. You can stand in front of a mirror, look at yourself, and then speak. Or you can just be like, like how I am in this room right now. Can you see there's a curtain and there's a light, there's a roof? So just try and like immediately describe your surroundings to yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. And then what
There is
you
a
must
courtesy
do,
hand.
yes. And then what you must do to make it more efficient is, because you will get stuck. Yeah. When you're doing it initially, you will get stuck in some place, at some places. So then quickly make a note of like what was that thought that had come to your mind and you were unable to articulate. So for example, in my case, there was this Hindi expression. It's called Khyali Pulao. Yeah. And I wanted to use it, find an English phrase that would denote that meaning. So I was like, okay, Khyali Pulao in Hindi means this, and in English, the expression is pie in the sky.
I understand.
Yeah. So what I would do is, as soon as I would get stuck, I would revisit that thought and try and find the exact words. So then it helps you. That's the
Okay.
way I got about it. And
Okay, sir.
so, all right, Mr. Sudhir, thank you so very much. Please, it's a kind request. Do drop me a feedback. And like you asked me for an honest feedback, I think I will also expect the same. Give me honest
Okay.
feedback. It helps me to also improve.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
So looking
Okay.
forward to seeing you in future sessions and all the very best. I'm sure your efforts will be attended with a huge success.
Okay, sir.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you, sir.
Mr. Sudhir.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night. Good night.